It's over here. Now, I want to explain fully.
Look at the camera.
This.
Say, hello, camera. Wave to it when you wave to the camera.
The camera. You know what that camera is?
See?
That
See the camera?
camera is for Shirt Boy. Shirt Boy.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo with Charlie.
This book.
Daniel, your father.
Go.
It's extremely photogenic.
Go.
Look, Daniel. Go, he says.
Go. This.
Daniel, look at the camera.
I want to speak to you. To you, I want to speak to the people of Latin America.
This go. This go. This go.
Do you also drive a boat? Is that one of the things you do?
Yes, it is.
Go.
Use them.
Do you think?
Daniel, you want some milk before we go? You're going on a boat. You want to go on the boat for a ride?
Nada. This.
Does he want?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are traveling along the east shore of Lake Pfuffer. Lake Pfuffer is one of the most significant lakes in the northeastern region of the United States. We're traveling right now with Charlie and Paramo. Paramo is a well-known yachtsman, sort of transcontinental reputation, has engaged in a number of global and intergalactic sails with and without. He is well known, particularly in the study of Mesoamerican cultures as well as the Incaic culture. Perhaps his most significant fame is the penetrating work he's done on the Mayan culture. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are passing right now a magnificent stand of spruce trees, garlanded by hemlocks and aspens. This acreage here, roughly representing 70,000 acres, is owned by John Loeb Sr., much of it mortgaged to his wife, Peter.
Remember, Petey and John might hear this.
After that cautionary notion, it should be said that the land is held fee and simple and has recently merged with Shearson and American Express. In fact, this land is generously owned by the American stockholder, God bless him, a true representative of people's democracy. And now we are coming into Daniel Cove. This cove was named by Pamper Love, a distinguished early explorer of this region, a man of intrepid fortitude who...
Sometimes. So you can always pass the wheel.
Just a few words.
Pass the mic to someone else.
Yes. Well, I think that there is a general consensus in this large vessel that this particular commentator has had his say, and now we are moving the microphone over to the distinguished Paramo. Ladies and gentlemen, Paramo.
The truth is that this whole area of the lakes and of the Adirondack had been discovered by the Italians. The famous Italian explorers Le Manotti, followed by the Lobottis. Those were the real first, the Cappuccinos, yes, not to forget. Those were the real first settlers of the Adirondacks. And the Adirondacks owe to the Italians their grace and princely quality. the spaghetti. Hey, where shall we go?
I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, the word Adirondacks comes from the Italian arrivederci. Arrivederci himself was a military colleague of Marshal Graziano and the Duke of Aosta. General Arrivederci distinguished himself against unarmed Ethiopian tribesmen when he used the Italian precursor to napalm, which was essentially kerosene with a lit wicker. We are going at considerable speed, heading back to Gull Bay Camp. Gull Bay Camp is what the French refer to as Mission Civilisatrice. It is the very centerpiece of Western culture, one of the most distinguished libraries, as well as a haute cuisine. The incomparable Val, who is noted for her toast à la française, which is probably designated within a cordon bleu category. Now, another dish famous to Gull Bay Camp is spaghetti carbonara. This spaghetti is made by that massive...
Hold it a little lower.
Is made by that master chef, the inimitable Paramo. Now, Paramo grew up on the banks of the Ganges and came over to the United States at a relatively young age. He was educated in Switzerland and in England by a whole variety of swamis, including the Swami Harold Butler and the Swami Margaret Thatcher. And he developed a keen sense of supply-side economics during this experience, and came over here and settled in New York as a member of the condottieri in a stately townhouse in the East 70s. There he met and took in a waif named Judith Beatty. And now, Miss Beatty.
Larry, say something about that boat.
That's an extremely fine,
Italian bastards.
extremely fine boat, but in no way is that ship seaworthy compared to the present Caracoche that we are now in. A few words.
Slow down, Paramo.
Now, Paramo is decreasing speed
Thank you.
in order for me to give my latest rendition of what is taking place. We are in a tug for the name of the Peter, named after the lithe and lissome and graceful Peter. This boat is 43 years old, which makes it a relative newcomer to the Adirondacks, an area famed for its, antiquarian aspects. Now, we are approaching Gull Bay Camp. The Gull Bay Camp is flying its camp colors, which are 50 stars and bars of red against a field of white and blue. The proprietors of this camp, the Lobes, many generations ago, permitted this flag to become the national flag of the United States. Now, Dr. Thompson is extremely famous, mainly for his daughter, Maya. Now, Maya is a carrier of the mail, and it is well known around the Saranac's upper
Enough
and
about
lower.
the Thompsons, now the Lobes.
No, we reluctantly
No, in a nice way.
ceased discussing Maya's family and now talk about the proprietors of Gull Bay Camp. They are noble people, contributors to the arts and sciences, a supporter of winners and losers, people of the moment and people of the past, as well as people of the future. They have made it possible for us to foregather here and benefit from their munificence. and we can only thank them for what they have done. There it is, the graceful apertures allowing ships to ply in and out. They have a veritable fleet here. In fact, most of their boats are larger than the Spanish galleons that early on in the colonial epoch plied the waters between the New and the Old Worlds. We're coming in. The boathouse is festooned with caparisons of geraniums on either side. There are various Grand Prix craft strewn about the lawn. A number of these peculiar wooden boats, which probably are sort of turn-of-the-century trash, which have stayed here. I noticed one, it looks like it's handmade. At that point, the proprietors of the camp weren't able to buy a machine-made boat, and we can only feel a certain sense of sadness and solidarity with them. Now, into this hemlock and pine and willow and birch-shrouded enchanted forest, the indomitable Peter sidle and slides its way in through the muck and mire of the boathouse floor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be with you, and I'd like to thank our cameraman who has recently graduated from the College de Beaux-Arts de Cinematography in... Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Birns signing off.